So I want to ask you guys a serious question. When you guys first saw Cell versus Gohan in the Android arc, and Cell was trying to push Gohan into the depths of madness and make him unleash his full fury, basically doing the Frieza and Vegeta thing where they let their opponents power up so they can have a better fight. Was there any moment in that scene that you thought, I don't think Gohan has it in him. I don't think Gohan's going to be pushed to go beyond Super Saiyan and be able to defeat Cell? When I first watched this scene back in the late 90s, early thousands, I had a moment where I thought, Gohan's done for. Cell obviously is more powerful than all these characters, and Goku just tapped out. There's no way that Gohan's gonna win this. For a split second, I thought that. But of course, we all know what happened. Gohan transformed, and the rest is history. This Dragon Ball fan manga changes that.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
So I received this email from Paul Su, who is the creator of this brand new Dragon Ball fan manga, and he also runs the YouTube channel Rising Fist. And he reached out to me to let me know that he's got a brand new Dragon Ball fan manga. Other content creators have already covered it, and he wants to know if I'm interested in bringing it to the channel. Goddamn right I'm interested. I'm always looking for brand new Dragon Ball fan mangas to cover, mainly because I want to see them. I want to read them. I like these fan-made stories, and in a lot of aspects, these fan-made stories are better than what we got in the actual canon run via Dragon Ball Super, and sometimes Dragon Ball Z, but most of the times Dragon Ball Super. Thank you so much for sending me this email and sending me part 1 and part 2 of your Dragon Ball fan manga. So the story begins with that fateful moment where Cell is trying to push Gohan to his limits by torturing his friends via the Cell Juniors, and instead of Gohan, transforming into Super Saiyan 2, he actually goes backwards. He goes back to his base form. Gohan basically gives up, and this infuriates Cell, who at this point now has been playing with the Z Fighters, but he realizes he's wasting his time, and he orders the Cell Juniors to beat Gohan to death. And the one thing about these Cell Juniors is I used to have the toys, the little action figures for these Cell Juniors, and I used to love playing with them. And I realized back then how sadistic they looked because they had like this weird little smile on their face. And even in the anime, they had a little weird smile on their face. And in this, you can tell how weird that smile is when they're beating this shit out of Gohan. They're killing him, and the rest of the fighters are about to jump in. They obviously don't want Gohan to get beaten to death, but Cell instantly kills Piccolo and he maims Trunks. Well, it seems that Piccolo is dead and Trunks might actually be dead. I thought he just maimed them, but whatever the case, they're both out for the count. And Goku, realizing that he really fucked shit up in this one, he decides it's time for me to go in. He jumps in, but Cell snatches his ass up. So Cell, being as sadistic as what we would imagine Frieza to be, he tells Goku, watch, I want you to watch as the Cell Juniors, as my kids, beat your kid to death. And they end up actually doing that. So this is far more horrific than just Cell squishing Android 16's head, because again, Android 16's a robot or an android, and Gohan is pure flesh and blood, a character that we've grown to love since the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z. So this actually, watching this or reading this, really struck a chord with me, because I really like Gohan, and this is Gohan's pivotal moment, and seeing him treated this way, it really hurts, honestly, when it comes to just the way you see him. And so I definitely feel something. I feel a little bit something. You got me, Paul. You got me. I feel a little bit with this scene. I think this is probably the best panel out of this chapter so far, because this actually affects me emotionally a little bit. Cell throws Goku in Gohan's grave. I guess there's a hole around him. And Goku runs up, grabs Gohan's lifeless body, and he starts remembering Gohan as a little kid, as a student that he's trained for the last year in the hyperbolic time chamber. Yeah. He really fucked up on this one. If you guys don't remember, he gave a sensu bean to Cell. So Goku really threw it all, he put it all on Gohan, and Gohan was not up to the task. Honestly, I like this interpretation a lot. It reminds me similar to something you'd see like in DC Comics, like in Batman or something, like Batman watching Robin get beaten to death after trying to give off the mantle and then realizing no, he needs to surpass himself and go further beyond. And I think that's what's gonna happen here with Goku. And Cell is just so awesome. I mean, I can just imagine Cell's voice with these lines. Honestly, I could imagine DevilArtemis doing these lines for this Dragon Ball fan manga. Actually, let me go call him up.
There, Goku. It wasn't a big loss. Such a pathetic excuse for a warrior should have never been born.
This makes Goku snap and he explodes in wild Saiyan fury. And he tells Cell that he is going to pay for this with his life. Obviously, Goku is now Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the same Goku that we seen fight Majin Vegeta in the Buu arc, but in this, it means more, I guess. It's not just a power-up that they got off screen. It's something that he earned, or not even earned, just unlocked in a very similar fashion that he unlocked the first one, but, you know, this one is his son. Like, I can't even imagine going through what Goku is going through right now in this Dragon Ball fan manga. It doesn't even compute to me. Like, and just look at Gohan, man. The fact that this is colored is also a credit to Paul. I mean, this is really well done. The art, the color, everything, it just looks so good. And Gohan just looks so pitiful in Goku's arms. It's extremely sad. And so that's the end of chapter 1. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm kind of a little shook on this. I'm a little shook because I went into this kind of knowing that this was going to be Goku turning to Super Saiyan 2 instead of Gohan, but I didn't realize what that exactly meant. That meant that Gohan would have to die for Goku to transform to Super Saiyan 2. That's what I would have imagined it mean, and that is what happened here, although I couldn't have imagined what we would have seen to get there, and that is the brutal beating of Gohan by Cell Juniors. And so when it comes to Goku's future in this Dragon Ball fan manga arc, I have not read chapter 2, but I will have the video for chapter 2 later down the line. But yeah, I feel like what I want to happen is I want Goku obviously to take out the Cell Juniors right away. Just completely blast them into oblivion. Or actually, you know what, even better, cut them down slowly. Just tear them apart gruesomely. That's what I would like. This manga is not shying away from blood and gore, similar to Dragon Ball Multiverse. I definitely respect that, and I definitely like the extra effort that it went to kind of bring out those emotions and make me actually feel a little bit more than the average Dragon Ball fan manga. So I'm hoping that he takes out these Cell Juniors. I'm hoping that he fights Cell right after that. I think this is going on for 2 or 3 more chapters, or I mean up to chapter 3. So, I mean, it's going to be a long ways away. I don't exactly know what's going to happen. Obviously, they're going to have this stretch out a little bit because even the original fight, I mean, they killed Cell, or Cell explodes, and then he comes right back. So, probably something along those lines. If Goku thinks he killed Cell, I'm wondering if he's going to realize that, wait a minute, Cell only needs 1 cell to regenerate, and so Cell would probably return far stronger, and then we're going to get like an actual equal fight. That's kind of the route that I'm thinking they're going to go on, but I could be 100% wrong. I want to thank DevilArtemis for helping me out with some of the lines in this video. You guys can find his YouTube channel in the description below and top comment. Thank you so much. Either way, guys, let me know in the comments below, again, what you think of this Dragon Ball fan manga. Thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
There, Goku. It wasn't a big loss. Such a pathetic excuse for a warrior should have never been born.